Guys, welcome back to another Warframe grind video.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. Sending auxiliary life support.
Guys, this is a slinger, and this is a Warframe grind video. Alright, so I'm just going to show you something real quick. So I'm not going to jump in the middle because I will get overwhelmed and die. I'm just trying to show you the survivability here of ZAKU. That's silence, by the way. Alright, I think you get the idea. All right. So what I wanted to talk about today was last week I made a video about ZAKU, and I have more than one, so I don't believe it was this ZAKU, but this is a similar ZAKU. I did say in that video that you could use growing power, so I know it wasn't this ZAKU, but and also I think the other one only has like 3 formas. But I did use Vampiric Grasp. I didn't have Prime Flow on it. So, but it's a similar build. The adaptation was all the way down because I couldn't fit much on there. So I'm using Augmented and Guardian and Growing Power. And then that. So let me see real quick. I'll equip the other ZAKU here. Yeah, it's only 3. This one has prime continuity. That's what the difference is. Okay. And they both use rage. Let me go back to this one. And this one has a shard on it. It has 150 armor on it. So ZAKU will probably I'll probably have at least 3 armors on it. Let me see. Looking at it, armor 550, health. Yeah, so I want to get that armor up closer to the health for a better, more copacetic equality between the two. So it's more efficient, basically, is what it is. And then you see I've got silence on this one. I think on the other one I have condemn. So the silence slows them down. That's the whole reason for it, to slow it down. I would use gloom is a good choice also, but the problem with gloom is that it's constantly sucking energy out of your system. And these are budget friendly energy builds, you know what I mean? So all right, so what I wanted to talk to you actually was about your choice of companion with ZAKU if you're going to go with a similar regen type health build. I guess health tank is the only word you can use for that. Health tank or regen tank. So let's look at, this is not a Panzervobophyla, and I know in a lot of my videos I always say Panzervobophyla, get one, Panzervobophyla, get one. But there's a reason to have the Slyvobophyla, okay? So there's certain mods that go on the Sly that they don't go on the Panzer. And the Panzer has certain mods, obviously, that don't go on the Sly. Like the Panzer is great because it's a viral type spreader, you know what I mean? So it's good for CO. CO just meaning condition overload, guys. I'm not trying to be smart here. So this one has Sly de-evolution, okay? That's just similar to the Panzer. So this thing dies and then comes back, all right? So you definitely want that. Sly deconstruct. Enemies injured by the companions have 25% chance to drop a health orb. Okay, so you're doing a health tank. All right, so health orbs are good, right? And then Marty Symbiosis. I'm not even sure if I said that right, but I think I did. Drains and stores 20 health from corpses within 25 meters up to 40% of their master's health. Sacrifices itself to heal their master. Okay, so that's pretty good if they fall below 10% health. All right, so and then Tech Assault is also another good mod. This one goes on Kavats basically, but for some reason the Sly is recognized as a Kavat as well. So this one, it says 60% chance to ignore lethal damage and be immune for 4 seconds. And then it says mark a 3-meter zone every 60 seconds that inflicts 50 damage to enemies. So, you know what I mean? That's also pretty good. Now there's survival instinct, increases their master's evasion by 40% until the next attack. After 8 seconds, they kill an enemy. There's 5 seconds cooldown. So this is also for the Sly. So this is with ZAKU, one of his things is evasion. You know what I mean? So if you can get an extra 40 evasion on that, that's pretty good. The fetch and the primed animal instinct, that just goes without saying. Synth fiber, more armor, medipet, healing, right? Then there's hunter recovery. Okay, this is also really good because it's a lifesteal and it's actually more of a Kubru type thing. It says beast on it, but it was a Kubru mod before these Vobophilas came out. So this does go on here. Hunter Recovery, 30% Companion Lifesteal Link. So this actually heals your Warframe. Okay. So you see here, it's all the synergy with, okay, ZAKU to make a health tank. And I should have covered that in the first video. But every time I get done a video, guys, I'm going to be honest, there's 20 things that I say I should have talked about, but I don't want to make super long videos that no one's going to watch. And I really just want to help people, you know. So sorry that I'm going over this again, but I should have said this last week. There's synergies involved. I don't like super complicated synergies. I try to keep them simple. There's players out there that have some amazing synergies, and they do level cap all the time, and they've got their content creators, to name one like Nightmare Warframe, does amazing videos, right? But for the average player, even me, some of his synergies are a little bit like, oh man, I got to do all that, and then do I still get to have fun? You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, this guy is amazing. You know, he's got it down. So props to him. But this is just more of a simplistic synergy that still works good. And yeah, later on when I get, obviously when I get more of these umbrals, then I can stick in like a prime sure-footed in here or something. Which that's why it's, you know, the same polarity as prime sure-footed. So you see what I'm planning, right? Because that's one thing that does happen is I get knocked down as ZAKU. And anytime you get knocked down, that is going to hinder you. But then also if I can get the adaptation up all the way, I'm going to be honest, like this, it works great. It really does. So, you seen in the beginning what I was doing with ZAKU. He's become very easy for me to play very quickly. I'm not a big ZAKU, like, you know what I mean? I don't really have a main, so to speak. But so we went over health conversion last week. Vampiric Grasp, get it. Rage is just cheap energy. You know what I mean? That's the thing. All the damage that they put on you, that's really cheap. I mean, there's other ways to go. There's other mods that do even a little bit better, but for the price, you know what I mean? It does the job. And then molted augmented, the reason I use that, obviously, because it just makes you stronger as the game goes on. You know, well, to that 250%, right? And it gives you one revive, but most arcanes do. So, yeah, so this is just, for me, it's a necessity because I get stronger as the game goes on. Guardian is because the armor on ZAKU is the weak spot. It really is. So, if you can get the armor up, use Guardian. You know what I mean? That's a good way to go. Or Grace. That's a good way to go, but that's more health, right? And then get armor shards, and he'll be just unstoppable. I've got one armor shard. I'm going to have at least 3, and then I'm probably going to put maybe a casting shard on there to make him faster. You know, because once in a while when I'm casting, just after I finish casting, I do go down. And I'm like, dude, I'm done casting. What the hell? You know, and it does happen. So happens to the best of us, especially when we're autopiloting for an hour or so in survival. So, all right, guys, that's my video. I'll leave you with some clips. Get out there and grind.
because you